Hey everyone, welcome back to the Game Loop Recap, where each week we break down all the biggest gaming news.
That's right.
And this week is, kind of crazy. A lot going on.
Oh, yeah.
Down to 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Netflix is maybe changing how we think about playing games.
Right.
Nintendo's really pushing the envelope with their next console.
Mm-hmm.
The GTA 6 is like this big question mark looming over everyone.
Yeah.
And Ubisoft is making some pretty interesting moves.
Definitely a lot to cover.
So let's just dive right in, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay. So Netflix first. Elaine Taskin, the guy from their gaming division, he gave this presentation at GDC.
Right.
And he had this pretty radical idea about phone-controlled games.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, like party games specifically.
Yeah.
And he was comparing it to how impactful the Wii was back in the day.
I think he's really trying to tackle the things that stop people from playing, the cost of consoles, the needing a bunch of controllers and, download times, all that stuff. Yeah, sometimes those can be a real pain, especially those downloads.
Oh, tell me about it.
And he even questioned whether kids these days are even that into consoles anymore.
Aye.
Yeah, his argument is that they're growing up with screens everywhere, right? So
Yeah.
picking up a phone and just playing something instantly might be more their style than
Makes sense.
investing in a dedicated console and learning all these complicated controls.
Right. And he even kind of touched on whether every game has to be like this super complicated RPG style,
Yeah.
like a massive open world thing.
It's definitely a challenge to the hardcore gamer mindset, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just think about it. Your phone is something almost everyone has already becomes this controller. And you've got the gyroscope, the microphone, the speaker, the touch screen.
Yeah.
The potential for unique gameplay there is pretty huge.
Right.
Imagine something how intuitive Jackbox games are.
Yeah.
But then you add in all the stuff a smartphone can do.
I mean, that's really interesting.
And then you factor in the fact that they're Netflix, so they've got all the streaming content.
Right.
Imagine you're watching a show.
Mm-hmm.
And then, bam, you unlock special content in one of their games or
Oh, wow.
events in the game world change based on what you've been watching.
That's wild.
Tasking even mentioned AI personalizing that integration even more.
I mean, it's a smart play.
Right.
They've got this massive user base,
Right.
all these recognizable franchises, and they want to tie it all together with these easily accessible games.
Yeah, but the big question, and something our sources brought up, is
Right.
how does this fit with how well consoles are still doing and all the hype around the Switch too?
Right. You have to wonder if hardcore gamers are really going to be into playing mostly on their phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it feels like two different worlds almost.
Yeah, it makes you think, who are they actually trying to reach? Are they
Right.
going after the console market, or are they creating something completely new for a different type of player?
Yeah. And speaking of Nintendo, they had a pretty massive Nintendo Direct this week.
I saw that it was trending everywhere.
Oh, yeah. It felt like their last big hurrah for the current Switch.
Yeah.
But they were definitely looking ahead to the Switch, too.
Right.
And the thing that really stood out to me was this virtual game card technology.
Oh, yeah. That was cool.
Being able to transfer your digital games wirelessly between Switch consoles, even the new one.
That's huge for,
Right.
digital ownership.
It's like they're giving you the flexibility of digital, but with the shareability of physical cartridges.
I like that.
And it's rolling out in late April, so it's not just some far-off promise.
That's good.
And then you've got Shigeru Miyamoto himself
Oh, wow.
presenting this Nintendo Today mobile app.
No way.
Yeah, it's a hub for all things Nintendo, news anniversaries, even Switch 2 updates.
So they're really building that ecosystem, keeping players in the loop.
Right. It's a direct line to their fans.
That's smart.
And of course, they showed off some games.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
Metroid Prime 4. Beyond finally showed up
Finally.
with a trailer that hinted at maybe some open world elements.
Oh, interesting.
Kind of like Tears of the Kingdom. And Samus has these cool new ethereal abilities.
Taking notes, I see.
And then there's Pokemon Legends, AZ,
Wow.
a full remake of Pokemon X and Y set in the Kalos region.
I did not see that coming.
And get this, they're doing 3-dimensional real-time battles.
Whoa, that's a huge change for the Pokemon series.
Right, that's massive.
Big news.
And we saw Cadence from Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Yeah.
She's back in a new game called Rift of the Necrodancer.
I'm listening.
And it's a Guitar Hero style rhythm game.
What?
Pretty wild, right?
That sounds awesome.
And then out of nowhere, they announced Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream.
I loved that game on the 3DS.
Right. It's that quirky life sim, and it's coming in 2026.
I can't wait.
People lost their minds when they saw that,
I
and
bet.
the list just kept going.
Oh, man.
Dragon Quest I HD 2D remake, No Sleep, for name and date Rayloyu remastered. Shadow Labyrinth Patapon 1+2 replay.
Huh.
Story of Seasons. Grand Bazaar Disney Villains Cursed Cafe.
Keep going.
Witchbrook Eternal Life of Goldman.
All right.
Gradius Origins. Tamagotchi Plaza Rhythm Heaven. Groove High on Life.
Wow.
Star Overdrive The Wandering Village.
Oh.
King of Meatloos Lagoon Fantasy Life.
Uh-huh.
Saga Frontier 2 Remastered Monument Valley 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Everybody's Golf. Hot Shots, and even Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
They really do have something for everyone.
It was a lot.
That was a lot.
But it really shows how Nintendo tries to appeal to everyone, right?
Yeah, from like hardcore RPG fans to people who just want something fun and light.
Exactly.
I could respect that.
Okay, so let's talk Switch 2.
All right.
Insider Gaming is reporting that there's a 3-phase plan for the games.
Interesting.
Phase 1 is supposed to line up with a June console launch,
Okay.
and it'll be mostly first-party Nintendo games.
Makes sense. Lead with the big guns, show off what the new hardware can do.
Right, then Phase 2 is around October and November, and that's when we'll see more third-party support.
Okay.
Apparently, dev kits are already out there with those studios.
Nice.
And then Phase 3 is going to hit during the holiday shopping season.
So a nice steady rollout.
Yeah, build up the hype.
Yeah, smart.
And we don't have to wait long for more details.
Oh, really?
Nintendo announced a dedicated Switch 2 Direct on April 2nd.
Nice.
We should finally get the release date, the price,
Mhm.
maybe even some more game announcements.
Exciting.
Our source even teased that we might see Metroid Prime 4 and Silksong.
Oh, that would be huge.
Right, that April 2nd Direct is going to be massive.
Yeah, everyone's waiting for this thing.
Okay, let's dig a little deeper into these virtual game cards.
Okay.
So basically, when you buy a digital game,
Yeah.
it becomes this virtual card tied to your Switch.
Uh-huh.
On your main console, anyone with a profile can play it.
Right.
But the cool part is you can eject that virtual card and load it onto another Switch.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, another,
Switch.
as long as it's tied to the same Nintendo account. Oh, that's cool.
So you can move your digital games between your own consoles.
Yeah,
You'll need to be on the same local network initially, though, just to authorize it.
that makes sense.
And then there's the family sharing part
Oh,
with a Nintendo account family group, which can have up to 8 people.
mm-hmm.
You can lend your digital games.
That's cool.
Again, you'll need to connect to the family member's console locally at first, and then you choose which game to lend them.
Cool.
But there are limits. You can only lend one game to each person at a time.
Okay.
And it's for 14 days. Then the virtual card goes back to your library automatically.
So it's like a borrowing system.
Right.
I like that.
It's a good balance between the convenience of digital and being able to share games.
Yeah, definitely.
And it sounds like this will be on the Switch too as well.
Even better.
Now let's talk about this Nintendo Today app.
Okay.
Seems like they really want it to be the main source for Nintendo fans.
Makes sense.
It's not just news. It's also a daily calendar with important Nintendo events. How neat.
And it has more in-depth content about their games.
Oh, cool.
And all the official Switch 2 details will be there after the April 2nd Direct.
That's a smart move, keeping everything in one place.
Right. And it's available now on both app stores, so anyone with a Nintendo account can use it.
Smart move.
Now, for you movie fans out there,
I'm listening.
we finally have a release date for the live-action Legend of Zelda movie.
Oh, wow, finally.
March 26th, 2027.
Okay, I'm putting that on my calendar.
That's when it's hitting theaters worldwide.
That's a ways off, but at least we have a date.
Right, and with Shigeru Miyamoto as a producer,
Oh, wow.
and Nintendo and Sony Pictures co-financing and distributing it.
So they're not messing around.
Right, this is a serious project. And Avi Arad, who's done a bunch of video game adaptations, is also involved.
Oh, cool.
Oh, and for the animated side of things,
Yeah.
we got the full release date for the Super Mario Bros. Movie sequel.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
Japan is getting it first on April 24th, 2026.
Okay.
And then the US gets it a bit earlier on April 3rd, 2026.
Okay, cool. And other regions will get it in April as well.
So more Mario soon.
Yeah. Nintendo's really pushing into Hollywood.
It's a smart move, reaching a wider audience.
And speaking of adaptations, the cult Japanese horror game, The Exit 8, is getting a movie.
Wow.
Yeah, the first trailer is out, and it's coming out in Japan on August 29th, 2025.
Okay.
Toho is distributing it.
Got it.
The Exit 8 has this really cool premise. You're stuck in this endlessly looping subway,
Uh-huh.
and you have to spot these little anomalies to figure out how to escape.
Creepy.
It's a minimalist horror game, but it's super effective.
I could see that.
And the game is on pretty much everything. Steam, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, even VR and mobile.
Oh, wow.
The movie is being written, produced, and directed by Genki Kawamura.
Okay.
He's done some really great films.
Cool.
And it stars Kazunari Ninomiya.
Nice.
It's cool to see these smaller indie horror games getting adapted, you know?
Yeah, it's not just the big AAA titles anymore. Right, video games are becoming a real source of inspiration for movies and TV.
I love to see it.
We've got Helldivers 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, the Ghost of Tsushima anime, all in the works.
That's awesome.
Okay, now let's talk about the elephant in the room.
I'm ready.
Grand Theft Auto 6.
Here we go.
It doesn't even have a release date, but it's already causing chaos in the industry.
It's the GTA effect.
Right. It's crazy how much power this franchise has.
Oh, yeah.
Just the fact that other companies are planning around it is insane.
They know it's going to be huge.
We've got executives saying they don't want to be anywhere near GTA 6 when it launches.
Yeah.
They're saying it's going to suck all the money and the time out of the market.
They're probably right.
And that vague fall launch window is making everyone nervous.
Yeah, you don't want to launch too close to that, whether it's before, during, or after.
Right, especially with Black Friday right there.
Exactly.
And then there's the fact that Rockstar could change their plans at any time.
Oh, yeah, that's always a possibility.
It's not just new games that are worried either.
Really?
Even live service games are adjusting their updates to avoid clashing with GTA 6. One developer said it's like trying to avoid a huge meteor.
That's a good analogy.
If you look back at GTA 5, it just dominated everything for months.
Yeah, that game was everywhere.
So it's understandable why everyone's so cautious.
Definitely.
The report did say that there might be a safe spot around September 23rd.
Oh, why is that?
Because that's when Take-Two is planning to release Borderlands 4.
Oh, so they're assuming Rockstar won't launch too close to that.
Right, so everyone else is trying to squeeze in around then.
That's fascinating how one game can have such a ripple effect.
It really is.
The whole industry's on edge.
Okay, moving on to Ubisoft.
Yeah.
They're doing some restructuring.
Oh, yeah, what's going on?
They're creating a whole new subsidiary just for their biggest franchises.
Interesting. Which ones?
Assassin's Creed Far Cry and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six.
The big guns?
Right, they want to focus all their energy on these moneymakers.
Smart.
And Tencent is investing $1.16 billion for a minority stake.
Whoa, that's a lot of money.
Right, they're serious about this.
Definitely.
The goal is to turn these franchises into these evergreen multi-platform ecosystems.
Okay.
So they want to make the single-player stories even better, expand the multiplayer with more frequent updates, add free-to-play elements, and make them more social.
So they're going all in.
They're really going for long-term engagement and a wider audience.
It's ambitious.
And that investment from Tencent is going to help them do it.
Oh, yeah, that'll give them the resources they need.
Ubisoft is still going to work on their other games, though.
Right, like what?
Ghost Recon, The Division, stuff like that.
Makes sense.
They want to grow their top games and explore new technologies for new IPs.
So they're splitting their focus.
Yeah, maximizing their potential across the board.
That's a good strategy.
Now for some fun news.
Me.
Players found a hidden cat island in Assassin's Creed Shadows.
A cat island?
Yeah, it's based on a real place in Japan.
Really?
Okishima Island in Lake Biwa.
Never heard of it.
It's known for having a ton of cats.
That's cool.
It's amazing how much detail they put into recreating feudal Japan.
Yeah, even down to the cats.
Right, and you can interact with all the kittens.
Adorable.
You can even recruit them to your hideout.
No way.
Apparently, both Naoi and Yasuke have unique animations when they pet the cats.
That's so cute.
And the game seems to be doing really well.
Oh, yeah. How's it doing?
2 million players in the first 2 days.
Wow.
That's better than Origins and Odyssey.
Maybe the cats are the key.
Maybe so.
I mean, who doesn't love cats?
Speaking of Yasuke, there was this whole thing with him and Elon Musk on social media.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
So Musk had said some negative stuff about Yasuke being in the game.
Right.
And recently, he criticized a streamer for promoting it. And the official Assassin's Creed account clapped back.
How so?
They asked who was playing Musk's Path of Exile 2 account.
Oh, snap.
It was a pretty savage response.
I bet.
And people loved it.
Yeah, I saw that.
It got way more likes than Musk's original post.
It seems like people are getting tired of these fake controversies.
Yeah. It felt like Ubisoft was finally standing up for themselves.
Yeah, they were pretty quiet at first.
But this time, they were direct and assertive.
And the public was on their side.
Totally.
Maybe this is a turning point.
Okay. Last but not least,
What is it?
some issues popped up with Enzo, that new life sim.
Uh-oh, what happened?
There was a bug that let players run over and kill children with cars.
Yikes, that's bad.
Kraft and the developers were pretty quick to respond, though. They
Yeah.
put out a patch and said those depictions are totally inappropriate.
Rightfully so.
And they're reviewing their processes to make sure it doesn't happen again.
That's good to hear.
There was also this other thing.
What's that?
The game wasn't generating gazois.
Oh, real?
Yeah, like you could make same-sex couples manually, but they weren't happening naturally.
Interesting.
They acknowledged it as a known issue and said they're working on a fix.
Okay, good.
But it's still kind of weird that a modern life sim wouldn't have that from the start.
Yeah, you'd think that'd be a given these days.
And overall, Enzo is getting mixed reviews.
Really?
Some people say it feels soulless even with all the customization.
That's too bad.
It sounds like it still needs some work.
Well, it is early access.
True.
They've got time to improve it.
Okay, last thing.
Okay.
We got some sales data for Xbox games on PlayStation 5.
Oh, interesting.
It's pretty varied.
Like what?
Sea of Thieves is killing it.
How much is it sold?
Like 1.8 million copies.
Wow.
Grounded did pretty well too, over 430,000.
Okay.
But then you have games like Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment. They got great reviews, but the sales are much lower.
Yeah, how much lower?
Hi-Fi Rush is around 137,000 and Pentiment is only 14,000.
That's a big difference.
And Age of Mythology, Retold, is sitting at 41,000.
Okay.
But it just came out recently.
Right.
It seems like multiplayer and co-op Xbox games are doing better on PlayStation.
Yeah, that makes sense. People want to play with their friends.
Right. That social aspect is a big draw.
Yeah.
Microsoft is bringing more games over to PlayStation too.
Oh, really? Like what is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle?
Yuck.
And Forza Horizon 5?
Oh, Forza's going to do really well, I bet.
Right. Those are probably going to sell like crazy.
I think so.
It's interesting that Microsoft is making money from PlayStation.
Yeah. They're not just relying on Xbox and Game Pass anymore.
Right. And we're seeing other former Xbox exclusives coming to PlayStation too.
Like what?
The Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 remake.
Oh, nice.
And the Outer Worlds 2.
Cool.
It's a much more open approach.
I like it gives players more choices.
So to wrap things up,
Yeah.
it's been a wild week in gaming.
It really has.
Netflix is going after casual gamers. Nintendo is gearing up for the Switch 2, but still supporting the current one. GTA 6 is shaking things up.
Yep.
And platform exclusivity is becoming less rigid.
It's a changing landscape.
What are your thoughts on all this?
Yeah.
What do you think is the most important development?
It's hard to say.
What about Netflix's strategy?
I mean, it's definitely bold.
Right.
Going after a whole new market. What about Nintendo's new console?
I'm excited to see what they do.
And GTA 6's impact on the industry.
It's going to be huge. There's no doubt about that.
And Xbox games on PlayStation.
That's interesting. I think it's good for everyone.
Right. More choices for players.
Exactly.
So much to think about.
It really is.
Maybe you'll be checking out those new Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Or waiting for that Switch 2 Direct.
Yeah.
Or thinking about how GTA 6 is going to change everything.
This could be a fun year.
Whatever you're into, thanks for joining us for the Game Loop Recap.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
We'll be back next week with more big gaming news.
See you then.